into game 3. This could be the last match. Ackerman versus Legaci here. Let's see who can make it. It's still best out of 5. I'm hoping that we do see from the side of Legaci a turnaround here. Again, this is going to be an interesting game. It's going to come down to late game, and I think Ackerman doesn't want to let it go to late game here, T-Rex.
No, definitely not. Ackerman's been pushing on early on, being aggressive all the time. That is exactly what they're going to try to bring now. Obi, though, does get the stun on a Mark Cutie. He's going to take a tower shot. Will be able to possibly get away from this. Ken looking for something. Nash also here. Mark Cutie in a very bad spot. Forced to dash. Gets caught by the Sanguine Claws. Mark Cutie goes down. First blood goes to Nash, but Obi falls next.
Yeah, I mean, Obi dying is not too big of a problem. It is the tank that still allows the other teams to scale. But, you know, Nash being able to take up a first blood is good. It's good here. I mean, that's what you want to see from the side, having a Sicilian. But the main problem we are going to be seeing is that the Sicilian's not going to be able to rotate early game unless helped by Obi. So we'll see how things go. Let's see if Gao's Cutie can get some of those sets to control the tide. And they are trying to rotate here. The tank and the mage kind of split up, which was quite interesting. They need to help that top lane. What do you think is going to go down here, T-Rex?
We're about to see. The rest of the team is here, though. Ackerman now responding back. Ken brought very low. Zia looking for it. The stun does come in from Obi, and we get the Sanguine Claws. Gao's Cutie brought down low as well, but it's still 1-1. Tarzan tries to come in, get some nice poke damage on gold, but still not enough. Still at a standstill. Only a 400 gold lead. Turtle up on the map.
Turtle up on the map, and both the XP lanes diving deep and showing great presence into that back line. But it's going to be a fight over this next turtle. But Ken getting bullied by Uranus here. XP going to have to come in, and I think they might go down.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, yeah, XP to use the demonic force. Nash firing off some bats, trying to get a hit or two, but Mark Cutie will get away. Turtle now up. EXP continuing to proc that demonic force, but I think that is it all out of gas. Tarzan waiting for the moment. I like the patience from Ackerman from game 1 to now. Even with this turtle on the field, Tarzan does not force it. He's careful. He's patient. He's waiting for his team to have the space to where he can just take it for free. Ken, they have vision. They know he's at orange buff. They're going to be able to take this easily. He does have his retribution back on. Tarzan secures it, and down goes the XP as well.
See, that was such a great macro play, you know, just slowly taking that turtle just because they knew they had it, and then it kind of like forced the curiosity out of XP there to kind of go look at the turtle and see what was going on, and then he paid for it. The curiosity kills the cat there, T-Rex.
Gao's Cutie continues to harass as well, putting pressure onto Ken, slowing down those jungle pass, forcing him to use retros when maybe he doesn't want to. Ackerman now at 1,000 gold lead. We went from, and that's a big gap. Pretty quick. We're only at 3.5 minutes, and it looks very similar to what we saw before. And Legaci last out the onslaught right now.
And look at this zonage, man. Now Zia just able to farm the gold plating on this tower with no problem. Rotating down, Tarzan able to take out Ken at his own buff, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he might have stole it.
That is rough. This is bad. This is very bad. This is exactly what Ackerman wants. This is exactly what we were worried about from Legaci here, G. Ackerman now going to take this gold tower. Not just take the gold plating, but take the gold tower in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is smelling trouble for Legaci. They're just being baited so long, and this is what's attributing to them building such a late game team. Now Obi trying to overextend that presence, having to use that flicker to get out instead of get in. Fovey still in the top lane. XP just kind of doing his thing, trying to outzone a Uranus. And it's just everybody is everywhere, and I just don't know if Legaci has like something in their head that they want to do here, because Ackerman does, and that's invading and taking all of your stuff.
yeah, just slow them down, right? And that's, they know that they know Legacy's late game, and they're like, listen, we're gonna make your late game so late, you're never gonna make it there. We're gonna put so much pressure on you in the early stages, take away all your buffs, that it's just gonna be too hard for you to get to that. We're talking 20-minute late game, 22-minute late game, and that is a long haul to go against Ackerman right now. But we do have a bit of an engage. XP does get that, does get the Demonic Force, and Ken's able to take the turtle. The first objective going to the side of Legacy. XP able to zone away Tarzan there and does a great job at it. Fatal Links locks onto Zia. Zia able to get away with just a sliver of health, and Obi goes down. Ackerman firing back, and those are the small plays that are going to make a difference here. Mark Cutie zoning them back, and it's a 1-for-1 trade on the map.
Hey, I mean, I gotta say that their response to a lot of these attacks by LG is pretty good. Ackerman is looking great. The rotation of XP and gold has already been initiated, and we're not seeing Legacy respond to that just yet. The biggest thing that we are seeing is that Tarzan is just a monster in this Paquito here. The heavy spin.
Oh, that is big, and it procs the Demonic Force. Zia's in a lot of trouble. Zia goes down. EXP getting that kill. Now moving on to Gals. He has a shield to try to do this. Ken also here to help out. Shen keeping them at bay, just trying to clear this wave. Tarzan now showing up to the fight. Gets a nice knockout punch onto Ken there. Does a little bit of damage. Gals Cutie's low, needs to go back to base before this fight continues any longer. Both teams disengage, with Zia pays the price in that team fight.
Yeah, and I mean, you called it earlier. This Akai, Ken on this Akai is absolutely a monster paired with the Phoveus. We can look at the Phoveus picking up a lot of penetration, you know, and then still building the Clock of Destiny here. So could smell for trouble here soon, but they might have too much magic. While we're talking, Tarzan's able to secure a kill on XP lane, but continuing to look at these items, Uranus being able to pick up the Guardian, what I'm whiffing it, the cloak, the green cloak. Oracle, there we go. That's gonna be sustained gods.
Mark Cutie though in trouble here, forced to back off, taking a lot of damage. Gold finally answering back and taking that tower. Turtle though may fall into the hands of Tarzan, but once again Tarzan keeping it slow, playing it safe. Now he has vision on everybody. He's going to work on this while the rest of the team works on them. A big flicker wild charge, but the Fatal Links to respond, and Gals Cutie goes down. Mark Cutie may just be next. Ken wants it. Gold flickers in and takes it. Tarzan gets the turtle, but at what cost? Gee, Shen may just be next. Ken's here. Shen uses the black shoes to try to get away, and in comes Tarzan, saving the day, taking out Ken. Obi may be next. Tarzan looking for it, does get frozen. Zia now here as well. They may be able to take this tower and make something out of it. EXP has rotated up. He knows the plan. He knows the deal. He's ready. Does not pop the Demonic Force. Knows that we need to chill out for a second.
Yeah, I mean, this is where Tarzan shines on the Paquito, you know, like just being able to wait a little bit, let the team take out a lot and peel, and then able to come in and clean up, you know. Zia Stool on the rise, possibly going to be playing a big factor when it comes into this mid game here. The wild charge, their sets are a little bit rough. They have again, Legacy has a lot of power, but the problem is that they were just being out farmed at first. But the gold difference is not too bad and could possibly come back. It's definitely going to be coming down to this first Lord that's coming in 52 seconds. LG kind of looking good on the comeback, but we shall see here.
And they're looking, wait a second, big Fatal Links. Mark Cutie uses the consecration, or uses the purify to get away from that one there. Able to escape with just a sliver of health and misses. Mark Cutie, now that he's taken 3 deaths, so it's gonna take him a bit of time to zone like he normally does. Tarzan though does have the damage. Goals goes down, make it a double kill. Obi goes down as well. Ken trying to work on his blue buff, but watch for Tarzan. He's coming in. Zia taking that tower, but Tarzan's going to loop through these 2 towers and find the backside of Ken. I think he stole the blue buff. Ken taking a lot of damage, uses the heavy spin, but Tarzan's there and takes him down. That is 3-0 to the side of Ackerman. Next is going to be this tower.
Yeah, I mean, now the Lord's up. Quite a bit of LG is down. They take the mid tower. This is, I feel like, going to be free range for a Lord. Mark Cutie still just doing his Goliath thing in that bottom lane, taking as much as he can, kind of forcing them to look at him instead of the Lord. Legacy had a little bit of a response early on, but they're kind of running into some problems here. You know, Gold's not taking off just yet, but Ackerman does not want to let this go too late. Being the first Lord here, we might see them, you know, if they can crack into the base, I think they have a good chance to be able to end this game into the mid late.
Yeah, I mean, possible chance for Legacy to maybe turn this around, right? But at this point, we're looking very similar to last game, where the gold difference is just so much that even if Obi gets a big set, he's immediately deleted. Even if, you know, XP gets to that backside, it's just a little much, right? You can't last long enough to make the play work, and this is the problem, right? So it's going to be a while until Legacy can make it there, but Ackerman's not going to give him that time. Obi looking for something, searching, trying to find that fatal links that counts. Could not connect anyone. Gals Cutie with the flicker, misses the wild charge though. EXP into the backside. Shen goes down, and this could be good for the side of Legacy. Make that 2. Mark Cutie is next. Lord has connected to the base, and Ken and Nash are going to try to make work on this. Watch Tarzan though, sitting in the bush, gets knocked up from Ken. They had a feeling he was there. Tarzan forced to retreat, forced to back off. Wait, big knockout strike onto Ken and EXP. They still need to be careful dealing with Tarzan. He is a one-man army at 7-0-1 right now.
Yeah, and I mean, like I was saying, they were not able to get into the base, so we're definitely gonna be seeing the next Lord. But look at this damage by Zia, able to absolutely eat Obi, and this is not what we want to see. But in the meantime, we did see LG Gold being able to pick up that the malicious roar, putting down that penetration that they're going to be needing here for another push. It's going to come down again to the next Lord. Like you were saying, we already just seen the damage output there. If anytime Obi goes in, they just don't have that sustainability. They don't have the defense built up just yet to be able to eat that damage, T-Rex.
And we were worried about Legacy's late game, but the thing is Ackerman has a trick up their sleeve. Zia is going to be a monster in the late game, and then they have the sustainability to create space for Zia, right? They have this Grok, they have Tarzan with the CC, and then they have Mark Cutie to zone, so they should be able to do this. Wait, Tarzan 1v1 against EXP. Can't quite get the kill. Mark Cutie has showed up though. Obi trying to save the day, but EXP will go down. Can Mark Cutie get away from this? Pops Consecration. Uses the Purify, but just goes down. Too much damage. Gold picks up the kill.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting, as well as seeing Tarzan holding out.
Ooh, but the immortality pops Tarzan. Able to escape here. Wave of the world does come out. Gold trying to get something here. Looking for a kill. Finds Gals Cutie. But Zia now engaged. Gets knocked up 10 and instantly deleted. Nash picks up that kill.
Yeah, and I mean, this is, again, the 13-minute mark. We are seeing a little bit of the late game coming into play here. The damage from the Legacy is showing. They might not have too many towers, but they are showing that they've come to play. It's going to be the brawl over the next Lord here. Who do you think has it, T-Rex?
I mean, Legacy's starting to look a little bit good. They're starting to make some plays. Shen uses the black shoes. Ken does zone out Tarzan. Lord will get worked on. Ken moves back, picks up the retreat, and takes the Lord. Next Lord of the game does go to the side of Legacy, and they also take out Shen and Tarzan. This is a huge play for Legacy, coming back at the 14-minute mark.
Yeah, and I mean, Mark Cutie just goes full force into the Lord while the whole team is pushing into mid. Gals Cutie is trying to, you know, defend as much as possible. Ken able to get on him.
Yeah, Gals Cutie brought very, very low. This could be it. Legacy could take game 3 here. Everybody at the base. Lord still coming. Mark Cutie trying to zone up towards the XP. Now Gold is locking on. A nice knockup onto Mark Cutie there. Heavy spin comes out. Zia trying to melt away though. Ackerman making a response here. This could be bad. EXP does use that demonic force. Shen uses the black shoes, procs on demonic force again, but Ackerman survives this push right here. XP brought very, very low, trying to go into the tower, uses it one last time, but it's not enough. He is gonna get taken out. Tarzan gets that kill, and the Lord gets melted down. Ackerman defends themselves on that push, but the inhibitors have been cracked.
And you gotta see it again. This happened into the first game, right? The gold lead is now shift. It is now into Legacy's favor. They were able to clean up a lot of turrets with that Lord push, and it's a great play. They even cracked into Ackerman's base. So we need to see some type of response from Ackerman, and I feel like they needed to end the game earlier, but they just weren't able to. Now having to deal with this late game, but a stun.
When the heavy spin comes in, big fatal link, Sanguine Claws to wrap it up, and Zia goes down. Now Gauss Cutie on the run, but Gold is on the trail. The damage is there. Immortality comes up, but it's not going to be enough. Gauss Cutie will be next on the chopping block. 2 members of Ackerman have fallen. Tarzan on the backside, EXP chasing him down. Demonic Force procs. Tarzan gonna proc it again. Tries to get the knockout punch, but the damage may be too much. Tarzan is trying to run away with his life, proccing it every time, but he goes down. 3 members collapse, and that is another kill, a 3-for-0 trade for the side of Legacy.
And now the late game has been achieved, guys. We are seeing Legacy absolutely dominate, and they might be attempting to try to end the game, but 2 people from the side of Ackerman is about to come up, and I don't know if they'll be able to end it. I mean, they have 34 seconds to the next Lord, so it isn't a detrimental play by Ackerman, but they're definitely going to have to change the tide here. Gauss Cutie wanted to check that bush, but they heard how much combat was going on in there, and they said, we're not walking into that bush. The biggest thing that I am seeing is that Tarzan is kind of lacking in some of the team fights and more trying to clean up versus going in and dealing damage. But again, Zia still hasn't taken off as well. I just don't know if they have the ability to end this. They don't really have any of that backline peel to be able to get to the Sicilian, and Nash is just absolutely killing and hurting Ackerman right now. And now they're pushing for the Lord here. I might be uncontested because Piquito is way too high up in the lane here. And this is not good for Ackerman.
Yeah, Gauss Cutie also taking a lot of damage, trying to get some vision for his team. Lord has already gone to Legacy, and now Ackerman slowly taking some damage, trying to get away, trying to get back to base, trying to regroup, but Obi is here. Fatal Links, foot come in, he does, there it is, and it locks on to Mark Cutie. The freeze happens as well. Gauss Cutie with the wild charge, gets stopped though, gets stopped in his tracks. No big knockup, no big play, and beautiful response from Ken there, and once again, Obi making it happen. Tarzan on the backside trying to lock on to Gold up at the top side. Able to pick up the kill. Immortality pops. Tarzan does not finish him off. Lord still coming, crashing down the mid now. G, this could be it for Ackerman. Zia is trying to work away on it, but Legacy has finally showed up. A little late to the party, but maybe not too late. Ken looking for something here. Mark Cutie sitting around the backside, also trying to zone away onto Gold. Keep our eyes on Tarzan in this bush. Wants to try to come in to save the day, but the base is already too late. It's already down to 50%, 20%. Goes to Legacy.